Welcome. Thanks for tuning in to the premiere of The Source, your foundation for student and community information on The Force, student-driven, community-focused. Today on The Source, we will be focusing on the role of community colleges, specifically Forsyth Tech. Our guest today has been making great improvements in both education and employment since 2001 here at Forsyth Tech. In that time, he has also hosted visits to the college by Presidents George Bush and Barack Obama. I'm glad to welcome Dr. Gary Green, President of Forsyth Technical Community College. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
I want to start by asking, what are some of the reasons that students choose to attend community colleges?
Well, community colleges have been very popular with students and increasingly popular with students over the last decade or so because it's a cost-efficient way to get a really good start towards a university education, or it's a way to spend 2 years and prepare yourself for really good jobs in the workplace today. So it's a cost-efficient way that students can, without going into a lot of debt, can either get a very good start on their education or to complete their education and get in the workforce.
Yes. What are some of the reasons that have led to community colleges being so popular?
Well, I think one, that we're connected to the community, that the community college, by its name, we are the college of the community. We're the college that is preparing people for the kind of work that's in the community. We're the college that's preparing young people, and sometimes not so young people, to even go on to the universities in the community. Our students often transfer, for example, to schools at Forsyth Tech like UNCG, Appalachian State, Winston-Salem State. The other universities are right in our area. So we're very closely attuned to what's going on in the community and what the needs are in our community and how young people coming through higher education can connect with those needs.
And what are some of the philosophies at Forsyth Tech that embody that?
Well, we're all about students to start with. We're not a research institution. We're a student-focused institution that's really about student learning and student outcomes. So when we talk about the success of our college, we're really talking about the success of our students and how well they're doing, either when they transfer or when they go out in the job market. We're talking about how successful they can be on their RN exam after graduation from the nursing school. We're talking about how they can get good paying jobs in the production sector here with companies like Caterpillar and Reynolds American or Siemens or other important employers in our community. We're talking about the kinds of IT jobs that our students are filling throughout the economy in this area. And we're talking about the kinds of opportunities people can have coming through broadcast technology.
And I know there have been some recent changes in the philosophies of Forsyth Tech. Do you care to talk about those for a minute?
Well, I think our focus is more on the outcomes our students get than they were, for example, a decade ago when we were really maybe stretched to just accommodate all of the students who were coming to us. If you look at us today, we're really looking at how students are accomplishing their goals, how we are preparing and helping students to achieve outcomes that really have meaning for them, that have credentials associated with them, whether they are an associate degree, a diploma, or certificate, or other kinds of credentials, something that means something in the job market, or something that means something when you decide to go on for further education.
And then in further education, community colleges have started to become kind of a breeding ground for four-year universities. Most people are choosing to go to community colleges before. What are some of the changes that have brought that on?
Well, I think increasingly young people maybe coming out of high school, or their parents or guidance counselors that help them make decisions, and others see that the community colleges are a good interim step to a baccalaureate education with one of our universities. Oftentimes, students, while they may look forward to getting away from home and getting to the large university with all of the academic challenges and sometimes the social and cultural challenges of those institutions, find they actually do better with that interim step, which can be the community college. So you can come to a community college, whether it's for 1 year or 2 years, get a good start with a university, what ultimately can be a university education, with a bachelor's degree education, and then transfer on to be very successful at that senior institution. And our students are successful. We track our students when they leave us, and we look at how well they do when they go to Appalachian State, or if they go to Chapel Hill or NC State, wherever they transfer, particularly in the University of North Carolina public universities. And we find that our students do as well, and sometimes better, than the students who actually start out at the university. And part of it's that interim step, that maturity, intellectual, academic maturity, as well as sometimes social maturity that occurs during the community college education.
Okay. And then what would you say to somebody who doesn't choose to go to any higher education facility at all, who's choosing to go directly into the workforce instead of continuing their education before so?
Good luck with that. You know, as we talk with employers today, and I don't mean to be facetious about it, because it is a real challenge for young people or anyone who doesn't pursue some kind of education beyond high school. When we talk to employers today, and I'll just use one example, Caterpillar Corporation, large multinational corporation, important presence in our community, hiring people for good paying jobs, for good careers. But there are very limited jobs, or practically no jobs, for someone who doesn't have some kind of post-secondary experience. And generally they want an associate degree in advanced computer integrated machining, or welding, including robotic welding, or mechanical engineering technology, because the jobs that are there now are oftentimes very strongly IT driven. So you have to know computers, you have to know how computers relate to machinery and production. And that's something you don't get in high school. A generation ago, students prepared for those kind of jobs through their high school shop classes. Today they need further education.
And now's a good time for a break. We're going to be talking more about the technical aspect of Forsyth Tech and the many skilled programs that we offer here. You're listening to The Source, your foundation for student and community information. Stay tuned to The Force, student-driven, community-focused.